I am talking to Silvia Martin. Sylvia is the health and wellness coach at Blackburn Primary Care. Good morning, Sylvia. How are you?
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, Heather. Thank you.
Thanks for being there. You and I were talking about different kinds of stress. Could you pick up that thread for me?
Certainly. A lot of people that I've been speaking with, especially during this pandemic, say, "Oh, I just can't wait for it to be over. I want to live a stress-free life." That is really not possible. There are two types of stress. There's obviously good stress and bad stress. Good stress meaning eustress. Um, Eustress is the type of stress where, for example, you go to a job interview, okay? You have laser sharp focused attention. You're not distracted. Your heart rate is elevated, but you're in what they call the zone. That's what is considered good stress. It gives you the confidence to go out there and do what you need to do. There's also negative stress, which obviously that's what everybody is experiencing right now, where you're feeling physical side effects of stress. You're feeling the mental and emotional side of it, feeling lonely. Lethargic would be a physical side effect, not wanting to get out of bed and do stuff. So it really is really affecting the community right now as we deal with this pandemic.
And what sorts of recommendations are you giving for your clients and patients?
So for right now, the patients that I have been seeing have been a bit slower just due to the financial hardship that everybody's dealing with. So right now, my goal is to provide free resources to not just my patients, but to everyone. So, just so for example, Dr. Isaac, who I'm employed by at Blackburn Primary Care, has made several videos, and those are on YouTube. I've also started to make some of the videos myself. Some of the things that I suggest, there's a strategy called active progressive muscle relaxation. And what it is, it's a technique that can be used in the moment, but the more it's practiced over time, the better you get. It basically is taking all the various muscle groups in the body, tensing them, and then releasing them. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the basic gist. So that when people are feeling the tension in the shoulders, for example, and they start to tense themselves, after a while, by practicing active progressive muscle relaxation, their body then naturally will just relax on its own. So by practicing tensing and releasing, eventually, just like any new habit, your body, without even thinking about it, subconsciously will then say, "Oh, now it's time to relax."
Now,
So
would this be something I would do if I was a very good meditator? Before meditation, after meditation, would you spend 5 minutes practicing this muscle relaxation, 10 minutes? What do you think?
It really runs the gamut. So you could do it before meditation, after. I have some people that don't really like the idea of or the word meditation because they think it's about keeping the mind still. And actually, I think of it as mindfulness, which is being present in the moment. So instead of keeping your mind still, when you're doing active progressive muscle relaxation, you are still being in the moment, but focusing on those parts of the body. You can use it anytime, anywhere. I have had some people that can do every single muscle group. They can, tense their toes and then the heel and the arch of the foot. I have other people do the shoulders, the feet, the hands, and the abdomen. It really depends, but I'll add some really good YouTube videos to the link that maybe we could put with the interview that we're doing now.
Great, that would be great. So, are you seeing manifestations of any particular manifestations of the stress we're seeing right now? I mean, everyone's talking about eating too much and drinking too much, right? But
Yeah.
when you're talking to people, are you hearing that they have headaches, that they are feeling that they're losing their temper a lot?
Hmm.
What are you sort of seeing, and what could you is this exercise something that can really help with people who are feeling too impatient with their children? I mean, all these poor parents home with small kids,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hard. They're not sleeping well. So this exercise sounds great, but it might be a little bit difficult for a mom or dad trying to get their own work done, 3 toddlers around, right? So maybe 2 recommendations for kind of immediate answers to those kinds of stresses.
Okay. One I learned, I absolutely love it. So it's called heart breathing. Um, Basically, what you're doing is just in the moment instead of that muscle, that relaxation that we were just talking about. This is just focusing on your breathing just for a moment. So even, for example, you're working, you're upset, you have your child, you're trying to do work for your job, like, a Zoom conference. I compare the breath much like that of an Olympic swimmer. So, for example, an Olympic swimmer swims to the edge of the pool. There's nowhere else to go. It's that exact moment when they turn around and then propel themselves to go in the next direction. When you're focusing on your breathing, you're trying to locate that exact moment, or just focus for a moment on at what point does the breath in the lungs turn from an inhale to an exhale. So I'll demonstrate that for you now. So if someone's really upset, let's say, and they're agitating, they're using their hands, just for a moment, they might catch themselves and go. Just being able to, just even for a moment, just focus when the breath turns from an inhale to an exhale. Just all of a sudden, I am very calm.
That's a great tip. That really is. And particularly right in the moment. You demonstrated it beautifully. And I can see that really helping people even go through their day and being caught in those moments when all the stress just is like rippling across your surfaces. What a great message. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Can I just share one more that's also very simple? People refer to it as their 5 senses. I call it the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 method. But when you're in the moment, again, stressed, you can't get away, even if you can just go into the bathroom for a few minutes or go somewhere where it's quiet and focus on 5 things that you can see. Just look around, 5 things that you can see. Notice them, maybe say them out loud. 4 things that you can hear. If you can't hear anything at that moment, think about just 4 things you've heard in the past few hours. So you have 5 things you see, 4 things that you hear, 3 things that you can smell. Obviously, if you can't smell anything at that moment, you're just thinking about things that you have in the past. 2 things that you can taste or have tasted, maybe your favorite foods, maybe you crave something and you think of that. In 1 thing that you can feel, whether it's emotionally or physically. For example, the coldness of the leather chair that the computer now is resting on, or the calmness of my breath. What it does is it is distracting you. That is the whole point, is to distract you from the moment that you're in and just move your attention away from the stress. It really, really is that effective, even if you have to do it several times a day. But those are some things that I've been recommending.
I think those are super helpful tips. Can we talk to you again soon, Sylvia? Because I know the stress isn't going away too much, I'm sure you have a lot more to offer. But those are really, I love the immediacy of them and the simplicity of them. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll catch up soon.
Thank you. Okay.
No,
And can I just say for for other resources, if you go to Blackburn Primary Care on Facebook and YouTube, and also visit our website, there are oodles of different materials, reading materials, videos, and things like that to help people in the moment. Okay.
great. And Dr. Isaac is doing many of these videos, right? And you are too.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes.
Great. All right. Well, thank you again. And I really want to talk again about stress. Okay. We'll do
All
this
right.
again. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.